Welcome to visit Chill English Flow channel for learning English conversation. Jack and Soph here. Thank you.
Welcome to Chill English Flow. If you want to learn English in a relaxed and natural way, you're in the right place. My goal is to help you improve your English.
I was looking at a travel blog earlier, and it got me thinking about how different traveling can be depending on the country you're in.
That's so true. Every country has its own unique travel style and challenges. It made me think about traveling in our own country, the USA.
That's a great topic. For people visiting from other countries, I think the USA can be both exciting and a little confusing.
Definitely. So today, let's talk about what it's really like to travel in the United States, from getting around to the different cultures you'll find.
Perfect. And for everyone watching, if you enjoy this kind of casual conversation, please give us a like and subscribe so you can join us for more.
All right, so first things first, I think the biggest thing people from other countries underestimate is the sheer size of the USA.
I completely agree. It's a vast country. You can't just hop on a train and be in a completely different region in a couple of hours like you can in Europe.
Exactly. A flight from New York on the East Coast to Los Angeles on the West Coast is about 6 hours long.
That's longer than a flight from London to New York. So planning is key.
It is. You can't plan to see Miami and Seattle in the same week unless you're prepared to spend a lot of time on a plane.
Because of the size, the USA has a huge road trip culture, doesn't it?
It's iconic. Driving across the country is a dream for many people. The open road, changing landscapes, it's a unique way to see everything.
So driving is a big part of travel. Is it easy to rent a car?
Yes, very easy. But you need a car to get around in most places. Outside of a few major cities, public transportation can be limited.
That's a really important tip. So in cities like New York or Chicago, you can use the subway, but in a place like Los Angeles, a car's almost essential.
Exactly right. And for long distances, most people take domestic flights.
What about trains? Is a cross-country train trip an option?
It is, and it can be beautiful. But it's not for speed. Train travel is much slower and often more expensive than flying here. It's more for the experience.
So the main ways to travel are flying between regions and then renting a car to explore.
That's the most common approach for sure.
Let's talk about the regions themselves. The culture on the West Coast is very different from the East Coast, right?
Night and day. The West Coast, especially California, has a very laid-back and relaxed vibe.
While the East Coast, particularly the Northeast, like Boston and New York, is known for being very fast-paced and direct.
Then you have the South, which is a whole other world. It's known for its charm and politeness.
I've heard of Southern hospitality. Is that a real thing?
It absolutely is. People are generally very friendly, take their time, and love to chat.
And the Midwest. How would you describe the people there?
The Midwest is often called the heartland. People are known for being down to earth, genuine, and friendly.
It's amazing how diverse the country is. It's not just the culture, but the landscapes too.
Totally. You can see everything. Desert canyons in Arizona, snowy mountains in Colorado, tropical beaches in Florida, and huge forests in the Pacific Northwest.
So every region offers a completely different type of vacation.
Exactly. Even the accents change dramatically from one place to another.
A Boston accent sounds nothing like a Texas accent.
Not at all. And the food is just as diverse.
Oh, let's talk about that. American food is more than just burgers and fries, right?
Way more. Every region has its own specialty. In the South, you have to try barbecue. In Louisiana, there's incredible Creole and Cajun food.
And in New England, they're famous for seafood like lobster rolls.
Yes. And you'll find amazing Mexican food in the Southwest, from Texas to California. The country is a real melting pot of cuisines.
What about the classic diner experience? Is that something visitors should try?
Absolutely. Going to a classic American diner for a big breakfast of pancakes and coffee is a must-do.
Okay, let's give our viewers some practical tips. What's something visitors often find confusing?
I'd say tipping culture. In the U.S., it's customary to leave a tip, or a gratuity, of about 15 to 20% for service at restaurants.
That's a big one.